Well, good evening, people. Yeah, let's try to set it like this. Lord have mercy. Alrighty. Okay, volume's up. Alright, good evening, people. I am Patrice with Anointed Eyes Photography, LLC. I just wanted to, oh Lord, I just wanted to come on here real quick. Oh Lord, darn photos, everything come. Sorry about that. All right. Here real quick and just give a little brief test of my testimony real quick. Darn thing here. Can I hear myself? Okay, here we go. Testing, one, two, three. I don't even know if this thing is on. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, there we go. Now we sound right. Okay, that sound a little off, but we here. All right, so my testimony. Um, I've been molested. I've been abused. I've been abused by my uncle, my mother, my dad, my stepmom. 3 marriages. Sorry, gotta get closer. 3 marriages and working with the sound here so it can sound smooth. Okay, there we go. 3 marriages and past relationships that lasted like 2, 3 years. Um, I'm seeing a glare. Um, so I just want to talk a little bit about it, like how I'm going through it. You know, hold on. I'm trying to get this camera together. I don't like white spots. I am in my office. I just want to go on a live stream to see how it would be, what it would sound like, what it would be like. Like this is actually dope for me. Okay, so this is where I'll be doing all my live streams from. If you watch, comment, ask questions. I do have a Q&A select box if you see it. It's just I'm just going through it. I've been even tested by my children where they've been so disrespectful to me that it hurts. But it only you only get hurt by the people that are really close to you, really dear and near to you. Um, that's how it will go. You know. Hold on, let me let me go live on another platform too while I'm going live on on here too. Hold on, wait, let me go live on my TikTok too. I might as well get the platform going. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. All righty. All right, okay. Oh, I like how clear this is. Hey, my TikTokers. If you are following me on YouTube, this is Royal Sexiness 825. Um, follow me, share, share. Share as much as you can. I am trying to get my life together over here. I need a bigger table. I think I'm gonna end up investing in this and use this as my part, my DJ studio part. But hold on. Let me slide that one down there. I got so many. Listen, I got so many books and stuff. Um, hold on. No, I kind of like it. Like that's kind of dope, though. All right. So as I was saying, I was talking about my testimony. I am on YouTube right now, so I'm just trying to get the situation together to look right. Okay. All right. So that goes like that. So if you see me going like this and this, it's okay because I'm talking to two different streams. About to have a third stream going on, and that be on Instagram. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, it is Patrice, Patric, the number 40, which is 40. You can follow me on Instagram. I'm on Facebook too. That's Patrice Smith. If you want to follow me on there, but I'm on TikTok, Royal Sexiness 825. So what I was talking about is my testimony of how I've overcome the abuse, the child molestation, and everything like that. Let me see how that's gonna go like this. Trying to fix this microphone. Okay, the child molestation. Hey, what's up, my viewers? Sorry, I'm trying to keep it like this. Oh, I'm trying to fix this. Lord have mercy. Okay, so me being molested by my three babysitters was tough for me because I instantly told my mom, because my mom always told me that if anybody bothers you, you come and tell. Like, growing up, that's what you was told. You was told that if anybody bothered you, you go and tell. Like, you straight go and tell. You go and tell. You tell. You tell your mom. Don't keep nothing quiet. I'm still trying to get this together. Like, ooh, I need a bigger table. Okay. I'm trying to get this. Okay. There we go. There we go. Now. Okay. Here we go. Okay. That's in the way. I don't like how that is. Okay. There you go. I'm going to put that like that. That's okay if y'all see it like that. That's all right. Okay. So, I was talking about that. It was tough for me because I hid it for so long and I just swept it under the rug. But in order to get healed from it, you definitely have to come out and talk about it. So I'm coming out talking about it, and other people need to come and talk about it too. Like, if you've been molested by anybody in your family or anybody, hold on, anybody testing. Okay. Anybody that bothered you. It could be a friend, it could be a friend of the family. Anybody come out and talk about it. That's gonna be your healing. That's gonna be your healing right there, like where you will be healed from it. It's time to get healed. It's time to be okay to let things out and talk about it. Um, Yes, I swept it under the rug and I didn't want to talk about it until I started going to these conferences and church functions and stuff like that. And they started some of these pastors start talking about it. Start talking about it like, if anybody in this crowd been molested, it's time for us to serve the devil notice. You're not going to torment this person for so many years and so long. I'm 50 years old. No, I do not look my age. I look like I'm about in my early 40s, maybe late 30s. But I've held so much, like so much, in that I used to write it in a journal. I should have kept that, but I tore it out and I threw it in the trash and set it on fire. But because I just want to get rid of my old past. And I was like, okay, this ain't it. This ain't for me. I'm gonna just keep it quiet. I'm not gonna say much. I'm gonna you know, just keep it under hush. But today I'm just serving the devil notice. He is not going to torment me no more by me being molested by three of my babysitters, by me being abused by my uncle, just constantly getting hit in the face, hit in the face. Like, I literally had to start wearing glasses like at 5 and 6 years old. I shouldn't be wearing glasses. Like, I would put them on and read and to see, but then I would walk around and act like I could see stuff, but knowing I was blind as a bat because he just kept punching me in my eyes. You know, um, That was traumatic too because he was from Vietnam, so he would have flashbacks. Back then, we called it flashbacks. Today, they call it PTSD. So, yeah, yesterday I was a hot mess. Sorry, I got on my comfortable gown, so I'm comfortable. Yesterday I was crying because I was in Bible study and they was talking about it, like the love. Where is the love coming from? Did you get love when you was little? Did you get, cared for and nurtured? And I said, no, Pastor, I didn't get a love from my mother. My mama didn't love me. I still don't think she did. But everybody kept saying, oh yeah, your mama loved you. Your mama loved you. No, my mama didn't love me. My mama loved my sister. My sister's not here. God rest her soul. But my mama favored my sister. And my mama told me when my sister passed away that I should have been in the casket and not her. And I ain't even her daughter. I'm my daddy's daughter. You know how hurtful that was for me to have to experience that, to go through that. It was like traumatizing. And to just every time I would want to go visit my grandma, I would have to get beat on by my uncle. And it's like, dang, dude, what the heck? Like, what's really going on? Like, why do I gotta suffer through all this? And I've asked God, literally asked God, why did I have to go through this? Why did I have to suffer through all this trauma? Getting beat on by my mom, and my mom didn't even care. You know, she always listened to what everybody else say. She never listened to what I had to say. When I was telling her the truth, she thought I always lied to her. And it was like, it was crazy. It's like, dang, I can't even come, and talk to you as a mother and daughter and have that bond because you always will believe everybody else and not believe me. So I was like, dang, that's hurtful. That's traumatizing right there. Like, dang. So when I turned 18, like I said on the couch and I was 17, I said, when I turn 18, I'm moving out of this house. I said, I'm tired of you mistreating me. She's like, who you talking to? So I was like, Mom, there's a way that you can talk to me and I talk back to you without being disrespectful. I said every time I say something, you be ready to put your hands on me. I said, for what? I'm almost 18. And I said, when I turn 18, I'm moving out. She said, go fine, go be with your dad and blah blah blah. So I go and move in with my dad thinking it's gonna be better, and I'm like, okay, this is gonna be better because I'm living with my daddy. But I met my daddy at the age of 16. Okay. So I only knew my daddy like 3 years because my mom kept me from my dad. And if you see your daddy driving and riding around, you better not talk to him. You better not go up to the car. And if I hear tell you doing it, you're gonna get your behind spanked on or whooped or whatever how they say it back in the day. So I'm like, dang, I can't even talk to my own dad. Like, I can't even get to know him. Like, what the heck? Like. So that went on when I turned 18. I moved with my dad. I was pregnant with my daughter, and um, everything was good. Like butterflies, tulips, and flowers until I moved from Columbus to Dayton, Ohio. That's when it really kicked in. I had my daughter. Wait, it started when I was in Columbus and I lived with my stepmom. My dad was already in Dayton, and I moved with my stepmom, and I had went out with a guy, and I didn't know that he did the street work. I put it like that because I gotta be exclusive because I'm on TikTok and YouTube, so I gotta be shh. Gotta watch what I say. So I was riding the car with him. I didn't know what he was doing. I didn't know what places he was going, and I like left my daughter, with my sister to watch or whatever while I went to the store with him. I'm thinking I'm just going to the store. Yeah. So my stepmom calls him and say where I'm at, bring me back and everything. Da, 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 da. So that's when I walked in the house and she smacked me. So I'm like, the heck? I'm grown. Like, dude, like I'm 18 years old. Like, I'm grown. Like, why are you hitting on me? You know, what's up? I didn't, right then, I should have moved back with my mama. Like, I should have been like, you know what? I can't do this. You doing too much. And I'm going to go back to my mom's house because I can't do this, you know. And if I'd have known my mom was going to pass away, 2021, I would have stayed with my mama no matter what we went through. Hold on. People be trying to get me on their live and I ain't doing that. No, I'm telling my testimony. This is my life. So um it's like, dang, all I wanted was from a love from my mama, from my mom. And I never got that. I got the love from my grandmother. My grandmama taught me the Bible. My grandmama taught me, how to love. She taught me how to read, write, spell, do math, everything. I wrote the Bible from front to back and and broke it down what it meant to me. I wish I had kept that because that would have been a top bestseller. Okay. So I that went on and I moved to Dayton, Ohio. That's when the abuse really started because my stepmom treated me like a child and I was grown. Like I was like 19 years old at the time. I had to walk everywhere I went. They had two cars. It was me and my stepsister. My stepsister got drove around everywhere, but I had to walk. I had to walk with a stroller with my baby in the snow, knee deep snow, walking in the cold, feet freezing, below zero. I'm freezing, trying to stay warm, everything like it. I'm sitting there like, why am I getting tortured like this? I could have stayed in Columbus for real, and I would have got driven everywhere, but I would have learned how to drive then. So we moved from Windsor, we moved to Lexington. Lexington abuse was there too. I got hit on. When I was trying to move out, that by then I was about to meet my second son, my second child's father. I was about to meet him and marry him. Marry him, moved out, still had my daughter. I got pregnant. Got pregnant with my second son, my oldest son. Got pregnant with him. The abuse even started with my husband. And I'm like, dang, dude, I get married to you. This supposed to be love and stuff. And I had to turn the lights out, sit quiet, don't turn nothing on. And I had a white chalkboard of all the food that he expected me to cook and have his bathwater ran and everything. The house was clean. My daughter did her homework and everything. And I'm sitting there like I had to look beautiful for him, which that was fine. Until he slammed me up against the wall when we moved to Otterbein. He told me I couldn't go nowhere. I couldn't because every day I went to school. I went to St. Clair College, and every day I would come home from school. I would turn the news on and to see what happened, and I would get ready to cook dinner and check on my daughter after. No, I picked my daughter up from daycare, and I would get her ready, for the school the next day and get her clothes out and everything. I would iron her clothes. Now I just toss my clothes in the dryer. I don't be ironing. That'd be doing too much. But I would do that and then I'm ironing our clothes about to leave. We about to catch the bus, to go over to my dad's house, and bring my daughter over to there. And I was pregnant. He slammed me up against the wall and was like, "You're not going nowhere," and this, that, and the other. Mind you, I'm ironing, right? Picture that. I'm ironing. So I'm looking at him, we fighting and everything. And I'm like, dude, I'm pregnant. I'm 6 months pregnant with your baby. Like, how is this happening? I didn't call my daddy because I know my daddy would have been like, ooh, no, 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 no. That's not going to happen. So I end up going to a friend's house, me and my daughter. After he left out, I called my dad and I left out and I packed our stuff and I left and I went to a friend's house and then I called my daddy. I said, Daddy, I got something to tell you. He was like, "You all right?" I was like, "No." Me and my husband got into it and it got ugly. So, what'd he do? What'd he do? It's like he put his hands on me. Click. I was like, I shouldn't have told my daddy that. And you pregnant too? I'm on my way. Daddy, no, it's okay. Don't do it. It's all right. It's all right, Daddy. It's okay. I left. I left. He's like, all right, you coming home. You coming home. So I'm thinking it's a safe haven coming home to my dad. Like, daddy gonna save me, gonna rescue me and everything like that. Everything was cool, you know. Then my grandma had passed away, and my grandma told me what she wanted me to do is learn how to drive and become a nurse. Well, I'm a certified nurse assistant. Does that count? You know, and I ended up becoming a professional photographer because I always had a camera in my hand during high school. Every camera that you can think of, I had it. Okay. Except for the kind that you roll underneath here and the smoke come up. I didn't have one of those. I didn't have one of those. But um that was all Peachy King. We was living on 419 Lexington. Then we moved to 1323 West Riverview. That's when abuse started. Like I had worked for a back glass company when I put the back glass on the Chevys and the Fords and all those tie holes and those Denali's glass and stuff. I worked for that company. Then I ended up working for Trader Publishing, where you know the little RVs and the cars and everything that you can buy out of the book. I don't even think they make them no more. I don't know if that company's still around. So I was working for there. Then I was on like my third child by then. Like maybe years later. It was like 3 years later. I went and had, you know, another child and um I was scared to tell my dad because by then, let's see, did I have my third child? No, back up. I didn't have my third child then when my stepmom choked me. Um, like I don't know if you could see the scars on my neck, but it was right here. It is a little scar right here on my neck. Um, because I was 32 at the time. I should have been out on my own, but I was scared because I didn't know nothing then. You know, it's like, dang, I've been from my mom's house to my grandma's house. That's all I knew. Like I didn't know nothing about living on my own, you know. I thought about like I was just gonna live on my own and just try it out, but I was scared. So I was talking on the phone to a guy from work, and my stepsister told my stepmom she claimed she got yelled at. I don't believe it. She came home was like, "Oh, so you on the phone talking to dudes when I told you not to?" Like, I couldn't look at guys. I couldn't smile at guys. I had to keep my head down. I couldn't look up at them, and I would have to be closed in like that. Like when I worked, I had to take my check, cash it, give it to her. I wouldn't have no money for myself, nothing. Right? The same situation with my mom. I had was in elite program and we got like 129 a month just for going to school. My mom kept that. So when I worked, my stepmom kept my checks. I didn't have nothing. When I had income tax, I cashed it, gave it to her. And she was on the phone and it's like, yeah, she ain't gonna get nothing. She ain't gonna be nothing that had nothing in her pocket. You know, I'm gonna make sure I take all her money. I bet you she won't have nothing because she don't deserve nothing. And I'm sitting on the steps like, are you serious? Like, why are you doing this to me? Why do you hate me so much? What did I do so much, so bad to make you treat me like this, right? I don't even talk to her till this day. I forgave her, but I ain't forgot. I have to heal from that because I feel like I didn't have to go through all that, you know, for you to treat me like that. All I did was just want to meet my daddy, me and my daddy get a good relationship and go on, you know. But I'm like, okay, whatever. So she gets mad, gets off the phone. Next thing you know, I'm body slammed on the floor and she's on top of me, literally with her nails in my neck like this. So I'm sitting there trying to fight her off, move her off. I could not move her. And that's when I knew right then it was a spirit, because that spirit came in her and it was trying to hold me down and try to take me out, because I have a purpose on my life from God to preach his word. And the enemy was trying to take me out then. So my nephew he said my son's name, and he was like, look at mama trying to choke your mom. He said, say what? Mind you, my son is only this tall. He only this tall. He running. He jumped down 6 steps. 6 steps. Okay. 6. Like, no, 16. 16 steps. He jumped down all of them, not coming running down the steps. He said, boom, boom, boom. Pushed my mom up off, my stepmom off me. And was like, I need my mommy. You move off of her. You move off of her. I need my mommy. And then she's like, and then she ran and hid in the corner and started shaking. That's how I knew it was a spirit. Because every time I would go in a basement, I would see like this dark shadow. It would scare me. So I would never go in the basement. I'd be like, I ain't about to go down there. Our washer and dryer was upstairs, so I never would have to go in the basement. I'll bring all my stuff and put it upstairs in the attic, because I'm like, I'm not going in that basement. I'm cool. I done seen some weird stuff. My dad would always try to send me down, go down there and get this videotape from Minister Farrakhan, and look down. Daddy, I ain't trying to go down there. So that house ended up catching on fire. It had an electrical fire, and we ended up, that was on Lexington. On 1323, we ended up moving into a foreclosure house when I'm Xeroxing all the papers. Long story short, we should have never moved in that house. So we end up moving back to Cambridge. Cambridge is when I start working Building 13 at St. Clair cleaning, right? So that's when I met my second husband. God rest his soul. I met my second husband. We became best friends. Like, I was telling him everything, how I was being hurt, how I was being abused, and he didn't like it, right? So it was like, I'm trying to fix my speaker. He didn't like it. So he snuck and gave me a cell phone so I can communicate with him back and forth. And he was like, don't let your stepmom see that you got a cell phone. She gonna take it from you. She probably gonna beat you. So don't let her see it, right? So I'm at the foreclosure house. I'm sleeping in the room with all her fabric on a mattress. Mind you, I'm in my 30s, sleeping on a mattress. My kids got bunk beds, bedrooms to themselves, which I should have had a room by myself, upstairs with my kids. We all shared a room. They had a nice room downstairs when you come in the house. It was a beautiful home, big old backyard, swing on the back porch. They painted, remodeled it, and all this stuff, decorated it, decked it out, and everything, right? So, when I had my third son, in the midst of all those moving, I had lost custody of 3 of my kids. My daughter, my son, and my third son. I had lost custody of them, because they said I neglected my son in the womb. I didn't understand that. So my stepmom had to take custody, and it was weird. That's when we was living on 1323 West Riverview. And it was just traumatizing. I would not want to relive that ever again in my life. Like, I'm glad I got my own place, my own job, my own car. I can get up, I can face every day, and just thank God that I'm starting a new day. I'm starting something new. If you are just coming on, y'all, I am talking about my testimony of how I've been molested by 3 of my babysitters, how y'all can hit the likes. I know this is traumatizing, but I'ma like my own self. Y'all ain't hit no likes. Hit that button up there to be a subscriber, because every day I'm going to get on here and I'm going to talk about my testimony to pull somebody else out to talk about it. Talk about your abuse. Talk about if you've been molested. Talk about if you being abused right now and you don't know how to get out. We're going to discuss it. We're going to escape plan. My second husband was my escape plan. Matter of fact, it was in October, like October 30th, 31st. It was Halloween. I went to a church gathering. By then, I had my fourth child. I end up moving with him. End up getting custody back of my other three kids, and so even in the midst of all that storm, God even made a way. My mom kept me and my sister in the closet after I told her that me and my sister was molested, in the bathroom by our three babysitters. And she kept us in the closet. Me and my sister would tell dark secrets. Fast forward all that, we end up moving out of that house and moving on Cambridge. And I was telling people, I was voicing like, look, I'm being abused by my stepmom. And I got in my head, honor your mother and father so your days will be longer. I guess it don't matter what mom you're talking about. It's your mom, your stepmom, your birth mom. That's what got stuck in my head. And people would tell me, oh, I would have just, pow, pow, pow on her. And I was like, nah, I can't do that because I ain't trying to get in trouble by God. They was like, but she ain't your real mama. You ain't got to do that, this and that and the other. Still respected her, even all the punches, the slams on the window sills and choked and beat up, and I can do anything I want to do to you. I said, oh, no, you cannot, honey. You can't put your hands on me. And I'm like, Daddy, come and get your wife, right? So that my dad come and he started choking me, and I'm sitting there like, dude, what the hell? I said, so you gonna listen to her after this woman then cheated on you several times and you follow for her bull crap? I started talking big. That's when I got courage. Like, no, you are not, because all I was picturing, like, she get close to them steps, she gonna slide right on down them. Because I was like, you're not gonna choke me or abuse me no more. So after I body slammed my daddy and my stepmom in the bathroom, and I told them they're not gonna take out their Islamic beliefs out on me when they don't act right in the mosque, because I believe in Jesus and I serve Jesus Christ 100%. You're not gonna take that out on me. That's when abuse stopped from both of them. Like literally, it stopped. We moved on Cambridge. I didn't have no troubles. It's just verbal abuse then. That's when it turns to that, telling my daughter that she was going to be a better mother than me. She was going to raise the kids right because I was a poor excuse for a parent. I had a brain the size of a gnat. Y'all know how small a gnat is, right? That buzzes around and gets on your nerves. She said my brain was that little. Okay, so tell me one thing. How my brain the size of a gnat, and if y'all look on any of my stories, any of my feeds, you see my room is decked out. I'm very smart, very intelligent. Then my husband, my second husband, started to abuse me too, physically, spiritually, financially, even sexually. He told me I didn't know who God was, and um, God don't be talking to me. I'm just hearing things. I'm making it all up like that, right? So I was like, okay, well, whatever. So I left him and I moved. I moved out and I moved far out in the suburbs. So after that, I had got married to my third husband, which was my best friend, because how we met was I was his boss and we was talking about our grandmothers, and both our grandmothers had passed away and we kind of jailed. He talked about God, he read the Bible every day, he prayed and all that. That attracted me to him, and I was his boss, and We started dating for 2 years. We dated for 2 years and then we broke it off because we was having issues and when his mom passed away. I was right there with him. I just popped up and showed up, was right there for him. Then we eventually decided we wanted to just get married. So he would move in where I'm living at now and we would hit it off. Kind of find out he had an addiction, a drug addiction, and started treating me like crap. Didn't ever mistreat my kids because my kids were like, my second husband did, and I found out about it. And it was like, wow, I thought it was crazy. Like, how is that impossible how's that possible to just mistreat me? Like, what did I do? I went to work, I went to school, and I came home, paid the bills, cooked dinner. Like, he would be here all day. Mind you, I would go to work from 6 a.m. I wouldn't get home till like 5 p.m. I would have to clean up after the kids, clean up after him, cook dinner too. And I'm like, dude, you been here all day. You mean to tell me you couldn't have cooked dinner? Like, dang, I would have to hurry up and cook dinner, because I would put stuff out. And I'm thinking, like, okay, I put stuff out. You're going to cook dinner. Now I had to cook, I had to clean, I had to wash the clothes, pay all the bills and stuff like that. And he would take my car and be on one of his high moments because he was on drugs too. So he put a brick in my engine. I blew a head gasket. It was just crazy. I'm like I'm a beautiful person. Like, why do I gotta suffer through all this abuse? Like, yes, I want to be married again. Yeah, for the fourth time and the last time. Because that's it. He strictly gotta come straight from heaven. Period. He gotta come straight from God. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. My little nipples is a little hard. My bag. And I'm not to edit that. Anyway, excuse me. Sorry. I'm in my comfortable gown. Don't judge me. So that was over with. I divorced him. I was with my second husband for 8 years. I was with my first husband for 2 years. My third husband was 6 years. Um, got a divorce. Couldn't do it no more. So then it was 2 years and 3 years relationships after that. Those was abusive. I had to, you know, get off of work from standing on my feet 10 hours. I couldn't sit down when I went to go see my boyfriend at the time. This was years after I got a divorce. So it was like I had to stand there and clean his room, dust his room. And I'm sitting there like, I'm not a maid. Like, dude, my feet hurt. I don't care about your feet hurting. You need to be cleaning up and taking care of me and catering to me. So I'm like, what? I'm like, wow, okay, whatever. So I did it. And I mean, my feet was hurting. I lost so much weight because I was so stressful. What's wrong with me? Oh, I was saying I was molested and abused by my uncle, by my daddy, by my mom, by my stepmom, and 3 marriages. Um, I don't even see my uncle till this day. He runs from me. But it was like, it was just hurtful. Who what? Who he must be? You, dad then? What? What are you talking about? What you talking about? I'm talking. Look, I'm talking. I'm telling the whole story. Just flow with me. I was talking about my daddy. Then I went to my 3 husbands. I'm talking about my third husband. Right. And then I'm talking about my my past relationships. Yeah, he was telling me what to do, like clean up. You got to stand up and clean up. You just lazy. Dude, I just did 10 hours on my feet and they aching. And you had me drive all the way to Springfield to come see you. We dated for 2 years. I don't even know how made it last that long. I don't understand that. I must have been crazy, crazy in love, okay? little concoction. So I was like, do what? Like, so I ended up doing it. I ended up dusting his room, and I'm telling you, it was dusty. It was nasty. Ran the vacuum, cleaned up, organized stuff, wiped stuff down, folded his clothes. I had to wash his clothes, fold his clothes up, iron his clothes while he sat there in a chair like he barking orders. And I said, I am not going to be your slave. I said, I'm not going to be your slave at all. Well, you could just leave. I said, I guess I would leave after I done cleaned your room and fold your clothes and ironed them. I guess I would. I done already did my job. I said, you need to pay me for my services because the services is not free. Oh, no, I ain't doing that. Baby, tell me I did not get that wallet and I emptied out that wallet, okay? He tried to fight me and dude, you can't even breathe. He was overweight. He lost weight now. I don't even talk to him no more. But because he just had an arrogant type of way. He was like, what broke us up was his verbal abuse and him trying to hit on me and stuff. And I'm like, look, that's not gonna happen. I've been through that and back. That's only gonna make me stronger. We was at Speedways and he said, yeah, these women is gonna bow down to me like I'm a god. I said, and that's when we breaking up right now because you are not God and I'm not bowing down to you, honey. You tried it. I said, what? I said, you out your mind. Well, he dropped me off at home. I broke up with him. That was it. Then I dated this one guy. He worked at the bowling alley. And he got me out of $1,800. Mind you, he's saying, oh, we're going to go to Disney World with your kids for a bowling event. So I'm saying here like, that don't make sense. Oh, this is to pay for the hotel and stuff like that and this, that, and the other, right? I ended up getting a car in my name for him. I was doing dumb stuff. Like I wasn't thinking. I was just trying to, feeling lonely, wanting to be with somebody. So it was like, uh, nah, this ain't it. So I ended up giving him $1,800. He ghosted me. He um he crashed the car that I got the car and the name in. I almost had to pay a fine. But after I told them what happened, they waived it. They was like, what? You wasn't driving? I said, nah, I wasn't driving. So the cop was like, well, you gotta pay 125. And I said, but I wasn't driving. This my car right here. How can I drive two cars? I said, I wasn't driving that. So I was like, wow, that's crazy. So after he promised my kids that we was going to go to Disney World, my kids was excited. Of course, my daughter was like, nah, mom, I think something up with that. He ain't right. I'm like, no, he all right, he all right, he all right. He cool. Nope. When he crashed my car and he ghosted me and didn't talk to me no more, never received the money back. Never at all. You know, um, it's just so much abuse that I've been through that's making me stronger now. Like, it's just hard, like to go through this and then your children, this when they get grown, they just, hey, I'm grown and I can say whatever I want to say and do this and that. And now you got to honor your mother and father so your days will be longer. And you still got to respect your mom. My mama ain't here. My mama gone. She been gone 2 years. I would have never got away with talking back to my mama, bucking my chest up to my mama. I would have met God that day. Okay. Back then, they didn't play that back then. You didn't sass mouth your mama. You didn't talk back to your mama or your daddy or any elders. You respected your elders. And when elders was talking, you left the room. You definitely left the room. You when grown folks came over, like say like my mom played cards, right? So the old school cards, she played these cards, y'all. And this is old school. Okay, I don't even know if they make these like this no more. But I got her cards. They played cards. They had snacks and everything. We would go to my mama's card games and everything. We would have snacks and we'd be upstairs until they was done. They'd be playing for hours. So that was like our little outlet, me and my sister's outlet. But back to the relationships. No, I'm not in one right now. I am single, and it's just like I'm picky. Like my pastor, wait a minute. Oh, my pastor told us to write out what our husband is to be and write out what we are to be as, for our spouse, me as a wife, him as a husband. We write it out on this piece of paper and he prayed over it for all of us single people that's in the church. And it was a lot of us. I was shocked. It was like the whole altar was filled up with people. It was maybe majority females and maybe one or two men, but it's majority females in the church. We're supposed to pray over it and we're supposed to work it out. Plan to receive, plan to receive, our husband or plan to receive our wife, for males. So I did that. Yesterday we was talking about what troubles are you dealing with right now. And I was dealing with, how my children was talking to me. Yesterday it hurt my feelings. And I'm sitting there like, what did I do so wrong as a parent? Like, what did I do to y'all so wrong that y'all hate me? Like, I don't understand it. I paid bills. I had a roof over your head. It was only 30 days that I didn't have a roof over your head because I had lost my job. I had lost my car. I had lost everything. Job, car, and a place to stay. And I felt that I wasn't a good provider for my kids, so it kind of hurt me at the time. So I was like, I let my kids down. That's what I was feeling like. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the likes. Send the gifts in if you want to. I'm just telling my testimony if you're just tuning in. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much for the love. Because I'm going to keep talking, whether I get likes, love, whatever. I mean, feel free to comment and ask questions if you want to. But I bump heads with my kids, and it just hurts because I never had a mother's and a father love. Never. I never had a mother and father love. Till this day, my mama did. My daddy's still living, but my daddy feel like I gotta come to him. I gotta cater to him instead of him coming to me. Seeing how I'm living and just having, enjoying me and him. No, I'm only down here to collect bean pies and I'm going back on the highway. I'm going to go visit one of my friends, but I don't know where you live at. Oh, your house is dirty. It's nasty. You got bugs. And I don't got none of that. My house is not nasty and it's not dirty. The only thing that's dirty is my closet because it need to be organized and all my clothes need to be folded. Okay. And I need to just organize it. That's all. Other than that, my house is clean. I don't play that. I can't. I didn't look. I'm a caregiver outside of being a photographer. So it's like, I don't want my house to look like theirs. I didn't see the worst of the worst being a caregiver. But the trouble I was dealing with was my children. It was my oldest and my youngest, and how they talked to me like I wasn't nothing. And it hurted me the most. Like, who are you talking to? Like, you talk to me as though I did not give birth to you. Like I'm just some person out on the street. Like, it hurted. Um, he came out of James 1:4. It's talking about faith. So we about to go to James. Let me see, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. And then you gotta say the books of the Bible like Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. Let's see, James. We're going to James tonight. Open up your Bibles if you have any. We're going to the book of James, okay? Hallelujah. We're going to James. Let's see. So James 1 and 4. Oops, I was at James. Oh, Lord. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts. I did have James, but I didn't. Oh, Lord, I didn't pass it. But I've overcome a whole lot. Like a whole lot of abuse, a whole lot of pain, a whole lot of everything. Like it's unreal how I'm still standing till this day of how I'm still, I'm still overcoming stuff. Like I just said I want to take a break from my kids because I didn't like how they treated me. I'm taking a break from all of them. I love them. Don't get me wrong. I love my babies, but it's the way they talk to me. I can't do it no more. I can't do it. You're not gonna sit and talk to me, and I'm gonna be okay with it. No, no, I'm not. You're not gonna disrespect me and talk back to me, and I'm supposed to accept that. And it's my fault that you can't find your ID. It's my fault that you left it at my house, but it's my fault that you can't find it. You're going to end up getting fired, or you end up having to call off because you wake me up at 5 a.m. knowing I got to be at work at 9 to look for an ID that's hidden, tucked under the cover in between the couch, like at 5 a.m. Like, really? Like every morning it was something crazy. Like, I'm like, man, look, y'all can't respect me, then I'm not gonna be around y'all. I'm not coming to no family functions. I'm not doing none of that. Nope. I'm not doing it. I will be to myself. I'll be on a trip somewhere. So Matthew 1 and 4, I found it. Because after Hebrews. So Matthew 1 and 4 said, but let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. Oh, present. But patience, sorry. But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. So a lot of my questions was answered as to why I went through what I went through, and it's to make me stronger so that I can help the next women that's going through the same thing, because Jesus paid it all for us on the cross. When why is people trying to call me right now? People paid it all for me. Jesus paid it all. Sorry, Jesus paid it all for me on the cross, when he hung on the cross, when he had a, cat a 9 tails hit on his back, skin snatched out, and everything. Can't go into details because I'm on TikTok and YouTube. So if I was recording, I would just post that. But the stuff that Jesus went through is, man, and the stuff that I went through, I literally felt like how Jesus felt, alone by myself. Everybody betrayed me, turned their backs on me. I don't have friends. Like, I put a post up on Facebook and I said, I need someone to talk to. Automatically, they was like, oh, girl, you better pray and talk to God, and talk to God only, and don't talk to nobody else, and don't confide in nobody on Facebook. I'm sitting like, whoa, pump your brakes. You don't even know what I'm going through. Maybe I might need you just to come to my house and we sit on the couch and I cry. And I tell you I'm going through stuff. And you just pray over me and hold my hand and say it's going to be okay. Why can't it be like that? It's, oh, don't come to Facebook with all your problems. You're doing too much. You need to sit down. You need to be quiet. You don't need to post so much. You don't. Okay, so when do I do? When you say so? No, I was put here by God. I wasn't put here by man, woman, or child. You know, um, it's just hurtful that I'm getting tested. My test of faith is this my test of faith? Because that's what my pastor was talking about yesterday in our little Bible study. That it's our test of faith. Troubles in the kingdom. Um, Sorry, I was reading the text message. Um, is this our test of our faith to see if we're gonna turn our back on God, which I'm not. I'm not turning my back on God. Sorry, I'm not doing it. Not doing it. I am not turning my back on God. Not doing it. Not at all. I'm gonna run to Him, and that's what I said yesterday when we was on Zoom. I said this is the time where you run to God, no matter what you're going through. Like your lights can be cut off tomorrow, but you gonna run to God. Don't run to nobody else. Like, look, God, I need to get a couple of funds because my lights gonna be cut off tomorrow. Which my lights ain't gonna get cut off tomorrow. I pays my bills. Um, God will make a way. He straight will make a way. He'll make a way for you. He definitely will. He done it for me. Like I was saying earlier, I was homeless for 30 days and I thought I let my kids down. That's why I'm like, why are my kids being so mean to their mother, their only mother? Like I've been there with y'all in the long haul. And they like, oh well, you're still our mother, so you still gotta provide for us. Now when y'all grown, I'm not providing for y'all. This is my money and I'm spending it on me. Like I don't gotta provide for y'all, I don't gotta take care of y'all. Where do y'all get that at? Y'all should be taking care of me. But I ain't gonna ask y'all for nothing. And I don't understand that part. Like, oh, you're still our mother. And as a mother, which my daughter said, you should be providing for all of us. No, ma'am. I'm not working and paying my bills and y'all's bills too while y'all keep y'all's money and I sit there and look like no. I said the cycle is broken. It's over with. I don't live with my stepmom no more. Where she took my money and I had to hand it over to her, cash my check and hand it to her. And I better not ask nothing about it or I'll get backhand. You don't know how much anger I had inside of me where I wanted to whoo. I had to pray and I had to let God deal with it. I don't talk to my stepmom, like I said earlier before. I don't talk to her at all. I really don't. Don't. I had no reason to. I blocked her from everywhere, so I don't know if she's watching, but I blocked her. I don't want to talk to you. No, I didn't like how you treated me. Like I didn't have to. I wanted to meet my daddy and get close to my daddy. Like that's it. I didn't want to have no encounters with you. Like I wanted to talk to my dad, get close to my dad, but all I hear is, "Oh, you don't even call and check on your daddy. You don't come see him." So just okay. Does any other siblings come and check on daddy and see him and spend time with him? I'm the one FaceTiming my daddy. I'm the one sitting there checking on my daddy and making sure he okay. My daddy calls me once in a blue moon, but I'm supposed to be the one to hop on the road, drive an hour, and go see my dad, check on him and be in his face. No, why don't he check on me? Like ever since my mom died, I didn't get not one phone call. Not once. Are you okay? You doing okay? I'm here for you. Here's my stepmom telling me if you need anything, you just call me. She recently lost her mom too. So it's like we can talk it out, cry it out together. She like, you're giving me high anxiety. Excuse me, honey, I ain't even gotta call you and talk to you at all. So every time my daddy be over there, I'd be like, "Where you at, daddy?" "Oh, I'm at my wife's house." I just don't disclose names. And I said, "Oh, okay, daddy. Well, I'm gonna call you later because I don't want to be giving nobody no high anxieties." Click. Like, no, I'm not. I don't care. Whatever. Um, this is crazy. The Bible says when you're tried on every side, like weeping may enjoy for the night, but joy comes in the morning. I'm coming out of it. It just hurts. Like I broke down and cried yesterday because my pastor was talking about molestation and being non-loved and being abused. And he was like, I don't know where I'm going with this, but I'm feeling this pull on this. Boy, I started crying. I couldn't help it. I couldn't hold it back. And I'm sitting there like, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. So one of the sisters on a Zoom call was like, I see you, Sister Patrice. I see you. I'm praying for you and I'm here for you. I see you. It's okay. It's gonna be okay. So I was like, and I got on there, it was my turn. I said, I'm sorry, y'all, for crying, but y'all know I don't talk to nobody. I said, I got my journals I talk to, and I talk to God. I pray, and I don't get close to nobody because people always want to have something to talk about. Like, oh, if it ain't about them, they talking about the next person. Oh, did you see her? She up there crying. She up there doing this and that. And Now, how about acts? Ask what the person is going through so you can be there to help them and talk to them on the phone and then encourage them. No, it ain't even like that no more. It's not like that no more. We used to do that back in the day. We would call and check on each other, make sure everybody good, and be like, girl, you good? Yeah, I'm good. Dude, you good? You good? Okay. We would all meet up, be at each other's house, eat dinner together, and check on each other. Just make sure we stay close. We had a pack. It ain't like that now. It's like everybody for themselves, everybody being selfish. And oh, I don't know what that was. That was an inbox. Probably was something that I did on TikTok. I don't know. But it's just crazy how I just came out of it. I came out of all this abuse and I'm still here. I don't look like what I've been through. Like my eye could have been hanging way down here. Like my nose was broken in 3 places because I got jumped. Till this day, I don't care. I got jumped. I don't care if it was one person, but I felt multiple feet kicking me in my face and stomping me by this girl. And she thought I had slept with her boyfriend, but she ended up sleeping with my boyfriend, whatever the case may be. And she ended up getting pregnant by him, and I didn't care. But I wouldn't fight her because I wasn't a fighter. But I had got a cold sore at the time, and it was like right here. And I was like, dang, the MTV Music Awards came on at the time. That's how long ago it was. And I had a cold sore, so I had to walk from my grandmama's house all the way to the store called um AM L&M or something like that. It was L&M, I think it was. I forget the name of the store. One of these days, I'm gonna go in there and go live. Like, look, this is a store that I was at, y'all, exclusive. I want to see what it looked like on the inside. I'm gonna go one day. I'm gonna go live and show y'all my stomping grounds of where I've been at, where I lived at. You know how I walk from this place to the next place. I'll probably be driving because I ain't about to be walking. No, no, not in this day and time. Um, it was after I came from that store. It was like I seen all these group of kids coming across the street, and she's like, "Yeah, I heard you was messing with my boyfriend." I'm like, "Who is your boyfriend, and why are you bothering me? I'm trying to get back home to watch the MTV Music Awards, honey, because they about to come on, and LL Cool J is on there, okay?" She was like, "Yeah, I heard you talking all that stuff." So I ended up stopping by this restaurant because I started walking fast, and I'm seeing all these group of people. I don't know what was going on. They had sticks, they had everything. So I stop in front of the restaurant and I go to run in the restaurant. She pulls me back out the restaurant, start hitting me, start kicking me, and I cuddled down, on the floor, like on the ground like this. They kicking me and beating me and everything. And so the guy in the restaurant was about to close. And he said it's something was pulling him saying, don't close yet, don't close yet. Something, he felt something. So he's seen all these people making all this noise in front of his restaurant. It was me on the ground getting beat, kicked, and stumped. At the time, I remember my mama's phone number. And I said, can I call my mom? My head was like busted. My nose was broken in 3 places. My lip was busted. I called my mama. Boy, listen, when I lived in Columbus, I was way up Main Street, right? Way up Main Street, close to my mama walked so fast. Listen, she walked from the church, she walked from Fairwood, from the church, all she walked from Rhodes, right? That was all the way down the other end of Main Street, all the way up to where the store was at in the restaurant. I forget what street it was called, but it was by the past the other store and apartments and stuff in our first the church that I went to. It was the restaurant, then it was the other store, and it was a field, like a parking lot. My mom came with that stick. She started smacking everybody, honey. She was like, no, come on, come on. And I was like, Mom, I just want to go to sleep. And she's like, no, 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 stay up. Because when you get hit in the head, that's blunt force trauma. You go to sleep, that's it. You can go into a coma. My mom had me sitting up in the bed. My sister was mad. So I called my other sister and said I was jumped. So the girl was like, she wasn't jumped. I beat her up like that. I said, nah, I felt a bunch of feet kicking me and stomping me and hitting me. So I got all these bruises all over my body from you. Yeah, right. So she tried me again. See what I'm saying? I've been abused even as a child, going to school, getting abused, coming home from my uncle, and going to school being abused too. It's like, God, dog, why did I go through this? I had got talked about, made fun of, spread rumors, everything. Like at the time, I had acne all over my face. I had excessive serum coming out of my ears. I was skinny, little, and all you seen was funny colored eyes and my hair in a ponytail. That's all you seen. Like, and I was the loudest thing at school, but it was like, it was it was crazy. I ended up running into her again, and we ended up fighting, but I ended up winning. And I told her after that, she was all in my friend and they didn't want to be my friend. So I told my goons, I told my peoples, and they told her, no, like, listen, I had like 30 people walking with me. They rolled up on her like, look, this one right here, y'all mess with her. You don't mess with her. So tell your people to back down. Cause she cool peoples. She saved us through a lot of stuff. Like all of us is graduating because of her. We graduating from high school. Like at the time I was in high school. And I had this thing called the Peace Posse. I stopped people from getting in fights. I stopped people from getting suspended. I stopped people from, getting expelled and everything else, because I was like, look, when we graduate high school, what is it? Just at the time it was called welfare. They called welfare back then, but now it's called food assistance now. Better terminology. I was like, y'all don't want to get on welfare. Y'all don't want to, be a part of that. We want to graduate, go to college, and make something out of our life. Now look, I'm a caregiver and a professional photographer. Yes, I have some editing to do. That was another thing too. After all that, I ended up moving out on my own. I ended up driving. You know, I done had my fourth child, and you know, been living on my own since my second husband. Living on my own and been doing better. No, I thank God for the process that he brought me through all that, and only to make me stronger. you know um he said there's joy in the midst of your trouble. You think like, how's it joy in the midst of our trouble? Like we in turmoil or being abused, and how's there joy in this? You gotta look towards God. You gotta look towards him, and knowing there's going to be a way out. So if any of you on here that's watching this story or watching this live is being abused, being hurt, being, tried or tested or whatever y'all going through, y'all can inbox me. We can go and seek help, you know. Get out of it before it's too late. Don't go through what I went through, so many years of abuse. Like, it was like 50 years of my life. And I'm only 50 and I went through so much abuse. So much abuse. It's drainful. It's tiring. Like, my house was tore up. I got into it with my kids and it just hurt me. And it's just like, dang, what the heck? Like, y'all should be the one to be loving on me as much hurt as I've been through. Y'all should be the one to just be there to care for your mother. Like, it don't make no sense. Like, how y'all attacking me and being mean to me and I ain't did nothing to none of y'all. I could have been an abusive parent, but I wasn't. I was be trying to move this microphone over, but it don't be wanting to move over. I don't know how to do this thing. I'm gonna figure this out though. Okay, I guess that's how you do it. But I just thank God. I guess I'm seeing the joy now that I still got my life. I'm still here. I'm still able to talk about it, and I could see myself being a motivational speaker too, like just traveling, talking about it. Like, I'm about to connect with some abuse awareness stuff, abuse awareness group, talk to women. There's a YMCA. I literally want to get down there and get in there and start ministering to them women and talking to them and letting them know it's okay. You don't have to hide no more. You could tell your story and be strong and encouraged. I've been through it. And after they hear my story, they all be like, whoosh, girl, you've been through it all. Like, they probably been through it with one person, an ex-boyfriend, an ex-husband that's abusing them and threatening them and everything else. And I've been through 3 molestations, abuse of my uncle from when I was little, like this high, on up until I was 17. Smack, punched on, smack, punched on, smack, punched on. From 5 years old to 17. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 12. Wow. 12 years. Heck no. So that reminds me of that lady with the issue of blood. For 12 years, she bled. Oh, wow. It's coming together now, God. Okay. So that was Mark 5, 25, 26, 27. If she could just touch the hem of his garment, she will be made whole. So when I touch the hem of his garment, look at me. I've been made whole. I don't look like what I've been through. Like, I don't look like what I've been through. I don't look my age. I don't look tore down, beat up. It might hurt on the inside because God is going to heal me on the inside. He's going to get me back together. God is going to mend my relationship with my kids, that we be tight knit together. But right now, I told them I'm taking a break from them. I don't want to be around. I don't want to be around them. I just want to take a break. I just want to back out for a while. I don't care if it takes 6 months to a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5, 10 years. I just want to break. I don't want to talk to y'all. I don't want to communicate with y'all. I just want to just back off. I just want to leave y'all alone, let y'all live y'all's life without me being around. I'm going to still do me. I'm going to still glorify God, and that's it. Like, that's all. Like, that's deep. 12 years of abuse that I dealt with my uncle. And not only the other abuse from my mom when she broke my arm was swollen like this. It was like a hairline fracture. I had to wear a cast. Everybody asked me what's wrong. My friends was praying over me. I was like, nothing. I fell off my bike, knowing I ain't want to tell them what really happened. My mama beat me. And for my mama to say she wished that I was in a casket instead of my sister, that hurted. So all I can do is take a deep breath and let God handle all this and heal me from all this, because I know once I get my husband, my real one, not them counterfeits, because those was counterfeits. One of them passed away, God rest his soul, but he was a counterfeit. Um, I'm really gonna experience love. You know, people say, "Oh, I love you." Really? Okay. I'm just start saying okay from now on. I don't believe it, because I don't even think I ever experienced love, but I only experienced love from God. That's the only experience of love that I experienced. From people, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't bit more believe it. Not at all. Oh, I love you. Oh, I love you, Mom. Do you really? Do you really love your mom? Do you really truly love your mom? Because if you did, you wouldn't talk to me the way you do. You wouldn't try to hurt me and tell me God don't talk to me when he does. He was talking to me last night, pouring into my spirit, telling me how he's going to heal me, how much he loves me, and that I'm here for his purpose and his glory and for his honor, to do his will. But I don't know. To God gets the glory in this. It ain't about me anyway. It's about him. It's about how he's going to manifest through this testimony. Once I finish writing my book, it's definitely going to be an amazing book to write. But I am about to sign off here because I'm about to go watch a few of my movies, and I'm about to make me another lemonade. Mm-hmm. Oh, lemonade was good. I'm about to make me another lemonade. And I'll be back on here again, telling my story of what I've overcame and what I've been through. And plus, I'm hungry and I gotta eat my dinner and heat it back up because it got cold. But I am signing off of here, y'all. Thank y'all. Y'all be blessed. I'm gonna close out in prayer. Father God, in the name of Jesus, I thank you for this platform that you've given me to tell my testimony and to honor you. God, I thank you for the healing process, the healing in the relationships of me and my children, the healing relationships of me and my parents, the healing relationship of me and my uncle, the healing of my past marriages and relationships. Lord, this is the healing process. I just thank you for that, Lord, that you get the glory in this, you get the honor, you get the praise in this, Lord. Lord, I'm going to be an overcomer. I'm going to be a testimony for your glory to help other women who's been battered, who's been hurt, who's been abused, who's being abused right now, that I will be that platform, that testimony to tell them it's going to be okay. To hold their hand and to walk with them, to hug them and let them know it's going to be just fine. Lord, I thank you for this platform that I be able to tell people who you are and how much you love them so much. Lord, we need your spirit right now because there's so much hatred in the world right now. Lord, we need an overflow of love to be poured on to this earth, that it will glorify you, that we will start being at peace wherever we go, wherever we drive to, wherever we walk to, Lord. Lord, we just give you the honor and the glory and the praise, and we magnify your name. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen. Well, I am signing off of here. Let's see. One stream. Boom. And stream.